Well, guys, the New York Knicks picked up a 143 to 106 victory over the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. I had no clue Memphis had won 6 straight games coming into this. If you were to have told me that, I probably wouldn't have believed you. I mean, they just came out with no energy. The first quarter was close, but then, I mean, even the first half was kind of close, but the second half was just a blowout. I mean, the Knicks dropped 42 and 41 respectively in the third and the fourth quarter. The bench had over 40 tonight. I mean, Precious scored 14, Campaign had 11, Miles McBride had 14, 6 from Shamit, 3 from Kolek, and then 2 apiece from Porty and Sims. You take a look at the starting lineup. Mikal Bridges, I thought honestly played his best game of the season. I get he had a 40 bomb earlier, but just guys, overall, 5 boards, 6 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal, 28 plus 43 game high, 12 of 19 from the field, 2 of 6 from three. Mikal did it on both ends. John Morant, 5 of 13, only 10 points, was a minus 41. I mean, you're not going to see Ja play this bad very often. I mean, he was atrocious. Cat had a double double, 24 and 11. Hart had 10 boards. His over and under was 10 and a half. I took the over. I don't even think he played in the fourth quarter. He didn't play in the fourth quarter, just 27 minutes. But still, I mean, from a Knicks standpoint, 4 points, 10 boards, and 5 assists to go with a steal. Hart was amazing. Didn't have a shot on though. Hart's shot seemed kind of flat, but he still contributed. He was going after loose balls. I mean, even though only came down with 10 boards, I mean, there was multiple where he was able to just tip it to another Nick. Brunson, 20 points, 6 assists, 4 of 6 from three. And then Cat with 24 and 11. OG had one of his most overall best games of the year, 15.6 steals, a block, 4 assists, and 5 boards. Great stuff there by OG. I mean, the Knicks overall, they shoot 52% from the field, 39 from three, 78 from the free throw line. They just out hustled the Grizzlies. The Knicks have now won, I believe, is it 4 straight? Yeah, we've won 4 straight games. That loss to the Timberwolves seems like forever ago, but it really wasn't. I mean, it really wasn't. I mean, I guess it was 10 days ago, but ever since then, the Knicks have beaten the Hawks, the Nets, the Kings, and the Grizzlies. And Wednesday is going to be against the Nuggets. That should be a fun one, man. I can't wait for that. But just looking at New, oh yeah, and by the way, the Celtics lost tonight. I was watching the Celtics Rockets on my monitor, and then on my iPad, I was watching the Knicks and the Grizzlies. It's so hard to watch 2 games, but we'll pull up the standings because the Knicks now have a game. They separated themselves by a game from the Celtics by winning and them losing. So let's go and take a look at that. So yeah, the Knicks are just a game out of the 2 seed. I mean, I remember that Timberwolves loss, so many Knicks fans panicking and saying this just isn't a good team. I got comments saying, "Oh, the Knicks, it's not our year. It might take a couple of seasons." The Knicks are a game behind the defending champions. The team that won the championship last season that has the same roster intact, the Knicks are a game behind them. So, and again, I do agree it's going to take time, but why couldn't the Knicks win the championship this year, man? If the bench continues to play like this, it's certainly possible. I don't even think the Knicks need to make any moves at the deadline because Mitch is coming back. So all of a sudden, you're a game out of the 2 seed, and your best bench piece in Mitchell Robinson, one of the best centers overall. Only reason he's a bench piece is because a cat is coming back. So the sky's really the limit for the Knicks. They just have to remain consistent because, well, for one, we've seen this happen before. The Knicks win 9 games in a row, and then they lose 4 games in a row. And also, who's coming up for the Knicks? The Nuggets, they've won a championship in the past couple of years. The Lakers, I mean, Lakers aren't the best team in the world. I mean, the lowest ticket for that game is $347, which is absurd. But the Lakers are 26 and 18. I didn't realize they were that good. So that they are a good team. And then Houston, who just beat the Cavs back-to-back games, and then the Celtics and on the road, they're going to be coming into the town on Monday. So 3 straight games against very, very high-level teams with a lot of firepower, very good defenses. So that should be interesting. Looking forward to that. It just was a relief to see the Knicks, though, get so much production from everyone. You know, normally the starters, they score 100 combined, and then the bench, you're lucky to get something from them. But, you know, Chua was locked in. He had 4 steals and 2 blocks, threw down a couple of the nasty dunks. I love what I saw out of Miles McBride. He looked aggressive. OG Anunoby looked aggressive. I mean, he's been saying he wants to be a little bit more aggressive. So happy that he's been following through with that. And even just Shamit, you know, knocking down a couple of the 3 balls. Same with McBride. And Campaign was off from three tonight, but he had that lefty floater going, man. He was a plus 17 in 16 minutes. This team is going to be exponentially better with Mitchell Robinson on it. Cannot stress that enough because now all of a sudden off of the bench, you're talking about Precious at the 4, Mitch at the 5. At the 3, probably go with, you know, we'll go with certainly Landry Shamet, and then at the 2, you put Miles McBride. At the 1, campaign. That's a deadly bench too, and then you also got depth in Sims and Porty at the big position if you want to. Of course, you could go with I mean, I don't really think we'll see much Kolek or Matt Ryan, but still, I mean, at least you're confident that you've got probably 10 guys that are capable of giving you production. The Knicks rotation will probably be 8 in the playoffs. I mean, to this point, like obviously the starters are locked in. Precious 6, Mitch 7, Campaign 8, McBride 9, Shamet 10. I mean, the Knicks could go 10 in the playoffs. I don't know if they'll do that. We'll wait and see. But at least they can if Coach Tibbs really wants to do that. And that's kind of been the thing for the Knicks as well. As last season, there was a lot of depth, but injuries sort of derailed that. And then the season before that, Isaiah and Brunson's first season, there really wasn't much depth at all, like, to be honest with you guys. So now all of a sudden the Knicks have the firepower in the starting lineup, and now, they're also starting to get production off of their bench, and I think that's a very exciting thing. It just seems like the Knicks are actually on the right track. There's been so many highs and lows this season, man. It's just been like a roller coaster. But given that, again, 31 and 16, 16 and 8 at home, and 15 and 8 on the road, which kind of shows that it doesn't matter if the Knicks are at home or on the road. I mean, they're pretty much the same, which is going to be great going into the playoffs. But the Cavs did win tonight. They beat the Pistons, pretty much blew them out. Celtics lost to the Rockets. The Knicks, of course, beat the Grizzlies. And there's going to be 3 tough games coming up. But I think the Knicks are entering this part of the schedule at the perfect time. And I'm looking forward to it too. The Knicks are playing fun basketball. Like, this is the Knicks basketball that we envisioned coming into the season. Like, they're crushing it right now, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. But that game is going to be Wednesday, though, so the Knicks are going to have a day's rest. But another thing as well is just the Knicks have been getting a lot of rest. So you look at our recent stretch. So Monday, of course, and Tuesday was a back-to-back, which was last week. But then Tuesday to Saturday, and then Saturday to Monday, and then Monday to Wednesday, and then Wednesday to Saturday. Saturday to Monday, back to back though, but it's against the Raptors. So I expect the Knicks to just go all out against the Rockets and then just beat the Raptors, right? They're not gonna play their starters all 40 minutes against the Raptors. They're just gonna sell out for the Rockets, and then Raptors game probably go deep in their bench. Tuesday to Saturday against the Celtics. We haven't played the Celtics since opening night, which, does anyone even remember the exact date of that game? October 22nd. I mean, guys, it's January 27th when I'm recording this. That seems like an eternity ago. But yeah, the Knicks, they're crushing it right now. I mean, honestly, I feel as good as I do about the Knicks right now as I have all season, because when we won that 9-game stretch, it was pretty much against bad teams. Like, it really kind of was against bad teams. But now all of a sudden, the Knicks have beaten the Kings, they've beaten the Grizzlies, the Hawks. Like, I know it's not the best teams in the league, but Grizzlies have won 6 in a row. The Kings are 24 and 22. They're over 500. The Hawks, it was like a revenge game. They're under 500 at this point. So I don't know. I just feel like right now, OG is being more aggressive. Mikhail is playing the best ball he has as a Knick so far. And then I also am starting to really trust the bench. Like, this is the bench that I saw in my head coming into the season. And Mitch is coming back too. Mitch will be back probably within the next, I'd say, I don't know, like 2 or 3 weeks if I had to put money on it. So yeah, but guys, Knicks Daily, I'm out. Peace.